Yo, 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 what's up, B3? What's up? Let's see if I can get this up and running. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. You're cool, heck yeah. Still grinding that dread run from yesterday. We're gonna get back to the 100% practice. Hoping to stay under the 145 so I can, be fine for the marathon. All I want, sub 145. Begin a little run for showing it to my friend. Nice. And how's that run going? Farming a bit before. Alright. Oh shoot, I didn't set the controls. Oh, it's fine. If this were to happen in the marathon, I would just have to tank the time save or time loss. It's okay. Alright, don't bother with the slot machines, B3. I was trying to fix streamer bot, but I'm gonna have to reinstall the whole thing. So that's gonna take some off-stream time to get fixed. Sorry about that. Hey, first try. It technically counts as second try because the time I lost doing the input thing. It's not quite one attempt, but something. Oh no. All right. See, the issue is I kind of didn't stream for a long while. And now the streamer bot version I have is outdated, so I realized that it was constantly trying to reconnect to the events thing. And so that explains why it sometimes would play the event, the redeem, and sometimes it wouldn't. I guess that it explains. Yeah. So I think I'll just have to reinstall the whole thing. And that's gonna take more time than I care to than I care to interrupt the stream for. Anyway, let's move on. We're gonna do Corpus. So this is the part where I do Corpus. I do Charge Beam and then I do Corpus. I don't skip Corpus like you thought yesterday. We just do it in a slightly different order. So we take that Emmy bump, get Charge Beam first, and then get Corpus second, and then get Spider Magnet. Oh no. My corp has been so bad lately. So thanks to that missile tank, I will always have at least one missile by this point. That's good. It'd be kind of bad if I didn't. If that were the case, I suppose I would have to get the missile later during cleanup. So it wouldn't be a big deal anyway.
Uploading data.
Oh, I actually hit the door. That was a little angled. Not intended. Okay, that is why Emmy done. So our goal for this is sub 1 hour and 45 because that's my estimate for the marathon. I don't especially care about getting a PB or a world record. I don't expect that to happen. It's gonna be really hard to beat that time. Like, my PB has a lot of room for improvement. And probably rerouting too, a few things. Like the biggest time save is Emmy Bump. That run didn't have Emmy Bump. It was played before I found it. But even so, getting perfect RNG and getting like most everything like nicely done, no chokes, no deaths, that was really good. Just speedrunning for pleasure. Yup. I can't say I always do that. I've been forgetting to open that door. About time I get it open right now. Usually when I do speedrun, it's for glory and frustration. So it's also good to not take it too seriously sometimes. Alright. That was nice. But I have to take it at least seriously enough to put on a good show on the 26th, so that's what I'm aiming for. That's it. Let's see if I can nail this one. No! Alright, there we go. Kinda nailed it. Oh, we'll take that. Old scuff, but still got it. I'll take it. Alright. I wonder if just immediately resetting the checkpoint is just better than waiting for the Emmy. Oh. No, it's not. Okay. I shouldn't reset the checkpoint. I should just let the Emmy kill me. That's weird. That's very weird. Okay, just let the game do it. I must have known before that this would cause problems. So just like let the Emmy kill him, that's it. There it is. What's wrong? If I try to reset the checkpoint ahead of time, it just gives me a second game over screen out of nowhere. Right, that's not it. Second attempt fails. So the best thing to do here is to just let the Emmy kill you and take the checkpoint, and that's it. All right. Alright, not third try. That's not good. Alright. So in a run, I should limit this to like 6 tries maybe? I mean, it also depends on how long it takes me to get Emmy Bump. And also have to account for potentially taking a long time in RBX. So... Oh my. This would be very hard to sit through in a marathon. Because this part is out of my control. If we go to the right place or not is pure RNG. Okay, there it is. All right. That's like 6th attempt. That's like on the limit. Any later than that, I might have had to just pull up the save file. The backup save, I mean. I'm gonna have to take some time to create backup saves. I need to create one for Emmy Warp and another for RBX. And hopefully I won't need to create any more backups. I hope the game doesn't crash or anything crazy. I will do my best to avoid crashes, but it would be really bad if we crashed. Maybe I'll take some saves as we go, just in case we crash. You know, I should probably do that. I'm gonna take one save at early cloak in case Emmy bump goes wrong. In case it's like taking me too many attempts or something, which I hope not. I've been doing okay with Emmy bump in these practice runs. I will have a backup save ready for Emmy Warp if it fails, and I will also have another backup save for Escape. I will probably save in the Atom room and then clip out. Yeah, if I get something ridiculous like 5 tries on Riven BKX, that's already 5 minutes lost, or almost. I'll have to seriously consider the backup saves. Because my PB is a 127, which is a really good run. And my estimate is a 145, so I can expect to do something like 10 minutes on RNG and a bit more on, you know, bad plays, maybe some deaths. It's actually not a very big estimate, so I really need to get good for the marathon. When I made the estimate, I thought, okay, well, this is a decent estimate. It's like almost 20 minutes off my PB. Should be fine. And now I gotta practice to make sure it's fine. That's how it is. If I'm good at the game, there will be no problem. That's what we're going for. There we go, hole in one. Or ace in the hole. Whatever. That shot through the tunnel is 3 times as hard when you don't have wide beam. My movement is not looking very good. Need to focus on this. Yo, good luck with Ravenbeak B3. You got this. Oh no, no, no. I'm the one who doesn't got this. Damn. Dang, I had to go for another pattern for one missile. Unlucky. Okay, Crate is done. Emmy Warp is done. Emmy Bump is done. The only difficulties we have ahead of us in this run are RBX in the escape and the cold run. The rest of the run, you know, there's some difficulties, yes, but I can get by. I can also use some pause buffers to ensure I do my shine sinks correctly and don't snap back or falter or whatever. So most everything else in the run I can make pretty safe to do. Just the cold run, there's no other way but to do it. And it can very well take me a few attempts to get right. I have yet to fail that trick like to misery, like to completely choke a run and not even be able to finish or anything, so hopefully that stays the same. As for RBX, yeah, I will have to make a backup save file at the nearest atom. So if I get like, I don't know, 5 or 6 fails, I still have to think about how many times I want to cap my attempts at Ravenbeak X. Maybe 5 or 6 is what I'm going for. Yeah. Why does it sometimes not work? Oh, I missed that. That's not what I was supposed to do. Supposed to do a peyote there, I forgot. So, if I'm not mistaken, attempts at Emu Warp cost something like 45 seconds. I'm almost sure it wasn't exactly 1 minute. It was a little less than 1 minute. So 5 or 6 I forgot how many attempts I did. I think I did 6 attempts, and then it finally worked on the 6th. So that is somewhere around a 4-minute time loss. That's quite big. But it's still within the estimate, so it's okay. Oh, forgot my strat here. Terrible climb. Oh, I thought that was gonna fail. I actually thought I touched the floor for a moment. It was pretty close, but we did it. Alright, I thought up an optimization for the next part. I mean, I probably did it that way in my PB. But I haven't really, like, sat down to watch the whole thing yet. Maybe I should, so I can properly remember the route. I've been trying to just remember the route by playing. But there were a few parts that I think I need to work on a bit more. I wonder why my flash shift always stops there on the ledge. So with 4 minutes of time loss, I can expect something like a 135. Well, if I make as many mistakes as last time, that would be a 135-ish. 36? I've already made plenty of movement mistakes. If I can avoid some more, maybe we can still keep it lower than 135. Who knows? All right.
Uploading data.
Yo, what's up, Meatloaf? What's up, Dinosaur Shotgun? How you guys doing? Ooh, no PBs, that's not good. I need PBs. Casual res elevator during... That's what we do in this category. Not kidding. I'm very confused. Well... Adam told me to get to the ship, but when I got there, he said, nah, Samus, go back. Sorry, I messed up, Samus. You gotta go back. So, we go back. Adam says we do. Oh, I'm glad I have skew, because I can just do this. I need to practice this speed keep. Been messing that up. It's not very hard, but I am trying to be extra careful with everything so I don't lose skew. So my movement looks like crap, but part of it is intended. Oh, I got PBs. That's so lucky. Why do I have 0 PBs? So. Oh yeah, we're in the 80% business right now. Yep. Hello? Okay, whatever. Just open later. Diffusion RNG being a little shit. This is why the storm skip thing doesn't always open. Alright, keep going. Oh yeah, we get gravity pretty late in this route. Come on, dude! Destroy some blocks! What the heck? Oh, the time I lost in Morph Ball there. What? It is possible to get 2 cycle, even with skew, but I keep messing it up. Alright. Yeah, we'll get Gravity Suit quite a bit later. But that's what makes this route fun. You are about to watch Gravity Skip 100%. X-Card using only Morph Bombs? What happens? You kill it? Takes a while. Figures. I can never seem to get past that second block. Oh my, that was a fast clip. Alright guys, this is officially the hardest part of the entire route. The reason why we can't even skip Gravity Suit. And I messed up. Took too long. Oh my god. I'm pressing minus and B too fast at the same time. Insta die. Yep. Okay. Try again. It's not switch 2. Nope, this is switch 1. Alright, this time it works. Whoa, that was very close. I had to repeat the setup because I wasn't actually leaning on the wall, I think. Be very careful not to lose Q. It's already happened in one of my attempts. Don't want that to happen again. Alright, got him. Mini ads? Okay, I guess I'll take my time to answer that. Does this also work on Switch 2? It does work on Switch 2. It's said that RBX is harder on Switch 2 due to the game being less laggy. Supposedly you want like a frame perfect hit or something. And because you have more frames going on, it's that much harder to kill RBX. So it usually takes more attempts on Switch 2. That's what I hear. I have yet to try. Right, I'll get to Dino's answer in a sec. I think I had it, but I just want to be sure. In a marathon, I want to be sure. I don't want to gamble with people's time. So, Dinosaur, let's see. He did charge a Shrine Spark right at the very end of Experience Follower attack and have enough time to hit his head when it peaks out during the triple plus wipe. That I don't know. Usually when I fight Z57, it doesn't take that long. It never goes for the triple swipe. So I don't know how to answer that, Dino. What's up, Melon Toad? Welcome on in. Oh! Now let's do something fun. That sucked. That wasn't fun at all. I hope that works. Cool. Oh. Okay, alright. Can you just try and charge Shine Sparks into place? Yep. Thanks to skew. If you mean specifically at Z57, then that's also possible. Damn, I messed up. Are there any UR tricks not possible on Switch 2 because of lag? I haven't heard of anything like that. Oh, that didn't break all the blocks? How? Alright, that is Ferengi done. 100%ed Ferengi. So, that trick we did earlier in the cold room is what enables me to... Wait, did I lose Q? No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. It's what enables us to come here while skipping Gravity Suit. Gravity Suit is kind of a hard requirement for that cold missile, but we can just kind of yoink it with the double wall clip. It's very difficult, but it's done. We finished Ferengi, so now we just go for the rest of the game. Let's do it. So we're gonna do some crazy stuff in Gavrin, and after Elan and Gavrin, we're pretty much just gonna run the game normally without major glitches until the very end. So most of the run is gonna be just... It's like half of the run is major UR BS, and the other half is just like standard movement, kinda, almost. Oh, I forgot about the power bombs. What am I doing? Oh, what? Okay, so that's Q, we're good. Right, we're gonna get these power bombs back. This is intended. There isn't a better way to get power bombs than this, anyway. Oof. Thought I was gonna lose Q there. Alright. So I got Skew. I'm very scared of losing Skew. In the marathon, it would be quite a big time waster. Especially here, I think there isn't a single good place in this area to recover Skew. Actually, maybe up here, yeah. I haven't figured out why I'm having so much trouble with this tilt sync. What? Huh? Damn, I got scammed hard. I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Feels like I'm not doing anything too different from my PB, but I need to look that up again. What the hell? I shouldn't be wasting a whole minute here. That's actually easy. Oh well. So how much run do we have ahead of us? We still gotta finish Ilan. Takes like, I don't know, 3 minutes to do. Then we gotta finish the rest of Gavin, another 2 minutes, so 5 minutes. Plus 5 from Barania, 5 from Daron, 5 or 6 from Caterus. So that's like another 20 something minutes. Plus last Gavin and escape. Oh wait, I used to do this, right? Forgot. I used to do that. Oh. Running out of PBs though. I don't want to completely run out of PBs. Okay, looks like I'll be fine. Oh. Oh. Dang it, my movement sucks because I'm primarily trying to conserve skew. Okay. That is a 1. To be honest, I need to try something in there. I need to try collecting Plasma Beam just to see if I get checkpointed, because it would be nice to do that in the run, in the marathon. So since we already have Wave Beam, collecting Plasma Beam doesn't do anything. You don't even get a cutscene, because collecting Wave Beam kind of automatically gives you Plasma Beam anyway, so we already have Plasma Beam. But I don't know if you get checkpointed. That would be handy, because if I die doing that last clip, I shouldn't, but you know, it could happen. If I have a save point right there, checkpoint right there, that would be handy. Ooh, that was very close. Oh, game trying to make me turn around, what? Okay. That was my last potential danger in the whole run. Everything else is gonna be easy peasy. So this is where the end game starts. From now on, I don't need skew until the very end of the run, so it's just movement. Just movement. and raw skill. There are still a few unrestricted shortcuts. Knock on wood lest you jinx it. Well, I would have to play really poorly to mess up to die for the rest of the run. There are places where I could die, yes, but there are ways to make it safe. So if I die, I've got no one to blame. But yeah, there are a few places where I can still do some clips for, you know, some little shortcuts, shine sync clip shortcuts. But yeah, it's mostly gonna be just movement. So now we're just chilling. We got all the upgrades we need except for gravity suit. We're gonna work on that next. And then we're leaving. Oh. That was tough. Oh my god. Every single time I just grab that ledge. Waving me here is kind of cute, isn't it? My third flash shift just vanished. So really? Oh, you little cheeky robot. Thought he could run away from me. Where? Dude, what is happening with my third flash shifts? Okay. We still got 5 minutes from Daron, 5 from Cateries, another 2 or 3, so we're looking at maybe a 133-ish. Which is actually not that bad considering I had like 6th try any warp. I might be a little generous with this estimate. It might be more like 34, 35, which still not a bad run. I could still lose another 5 minutes with RBX and that would still be within the estimate. So I guess that's what I'm gonna go for. Like 6th attempt? Nah, we reset. Not reset, go back to the backup. Huh? Oh no. Have to do it again. That is 100% done. Done. Alright, we're only missing Cateris and a little bit of Gavern now. Why did she morph? Well, I didn't even press. Oh my god. Okay, that's not gonna work without either a short boost or a map buffer. Dude, what is happening with this controller, man? I honestly feels like I'm getting ghost inputs all the time. Huh? Why does that triple block always fail, dude? Every single time, I never get it first try. So annoying, man. Oh, I should try to open it from down here. That might work. I never thought of that. But I might be able to open that charge door on the way here. Got some swag points for that. Not many, but some. Some is better than none. And that's 100% calories. 130 right now. We're finishing this run in like 3 or 4 minutes. Both of the next 2 segments are very short. We're about to finish our runs. Ladies and gentlemen, almost there. So 130 is not bad. I'm guessing it's gonna end at a 134, 35-ish. Not bad at all. Maybe I should have delayed that a little bit. So that's Q set up again. Success. And now we just keep rolling. One last trick. Actually, not one last trick. It's just kind of a last, kind of. Oh yeah, first try. That's really good. Feels really good to do this first try. Boom! What? Huh? Chat is going like, what? You're cheating, Ark? That's cheating. Alright, so that's governed 100%. And now we're gonna get back to escape. What? Hacker? This guy cheating? What? But we aren't 100% yet. We still have one little item left to get. So let's go and get it. The clock is literally ticking right now. Oh, wrong setup. Oh, a Hobbit skew, not good. Oh my lord. Alright, gee, that took a while. Damn, Sims got stuck. Always gotta deal with dread shenanigans. At least this part is easier. Oh. Alright, if this was a run, that would have been an escape choker, like that was something like 30 seconds lost on that clip. Well, maybe not 30, but 20 at least. 133.42. Was my run yesterday a 32.20? And I had first or second try warp. I lost much less time with RNG, and that was about the same time as today. So we're making pretty good progress. This is pretty good. We are still getting that sub 145, which is good. That's the entire goal. I still had to retry the cold run a few times. I had like 5 or so Emmy warp attempts. One of them I reset the checkpoint in advance, so it didn't count, I think. First try Emmy bump, 5th try warp, first try RBX. Like, not the worst RNG, not the best either, but not the worst. Alright, that's good. 133. I would be pretty happy with that timer in a marathon. So, yeah. I haven't had terrible RNG yet in my practice runs, which I kind of wanted just to see what it ends up being like. But I think I figured the sweet spot. I'm gonna go for like... I'm gonna go for some attempts on Emmy bump, maybe like 5 or 6. That should be something like 3 minutes of time loss. So here's how the runs are gonna go. I'm gonna save at the save room just before early cloak. I'll do a few attempts at Emmy bump. If I get it, we keep rolling. If I don't get it, I'll do early cloak, which would be sad, but I have to be prepared for that. I'm gonna have a backup save at... I'm gonna have to save over these, actually. I'm gonna have a backup save right after Emmy warp. If I go over like 5 attempts, I'll just continue from the backup save. And I'm gonna have another backup save for RBX. And for the rest of the run, I'm gonna just have to not choke. I might take a couple saves here and there, and there are a few things I still have to figure out in a non-timed run. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do next. A non-timed run, just so I can test a few things. I need to figure out if the plasma beam can set me a checkpoint, which would be nice just before leaving a run, so I don't just immediately choke it. I don't need to get super missiles. In fact, I don't. It's more beneficial to not get super missiles. It's not only faster, there are a few item puzzles that benefit from faster fire rate. You just want to destroy missile blocks, and regular missiles are of course better than supers. But I need to figure out a few backup strats around the run. So my save file is gonna look like, you know, fresh file here, and then the 2 backup files. And for the rest, I just have to do it. No take backs. I'm gonna have to do for any cold run. Maybe I should have a separate save file on different profile for the cold run, just in case. I have not had like a very bad time with that trick, but you never know how it is with marathons. To be fair, I want my save files all in the same file so that if I have skew, I can keep it. This is like part of it. That's why I want to avoid save files in a different profile. Because like if I end up having to use Emmy warp and then I would have to switch to another profile, then I would lose skew if I had it, obviously, and I don't want that. So yeah, ideally I'll just have to do the rest without a good backup. There is no backup for cold Frania. The only backup for that is to come back later with Gravity Suit, which would kind of beat the point of this route. So I'm definitely gonna have to spend some time just practicing that part, that little trick there. What else? So yeah, I specifically wanted to check that the plasma beam pickup, see if it is if it sets a checkpoint. And oh yeah, I have some tech to test out. In fact, I could probably do that in another save file. I probably don't have to just do a whole run for this. Yo, maybe if I have a mid-game file in Artaria, I don't have to just restart the whole thing. Because I only want to test a few things. So I want to test a failsafe clip. Let me just see where this file hooks me up with. I need to try a failsafe clip for that clip after super missiles. It's the former QR skip, or like legacy QR skip, which we never did but wanted to do. I think with the new Shine Spark tech I found recently, it might be possible to buffer that with no issue. So this is before crate. This is too early though, but I think it's the earliest I got in this file. Rather, in this profile, it's still, well, 20 minutes ahead, so this is a time save. Okay, so maybe I just continue this file. Is this unrestricted? This is unrestricted, but it does not have the E-tanks and stuff. Well, it's fine. I don't really need the E-tanks. Oh my god, I don't need to actually do hundo, I just want to progress. Wait, that opened too fast? Too much moving around. This could have been a really good fight, but second phase RNG was not very nice. Not that it matters, it's practice, but you just like to see a good crate fight. So this save file was probably unrestricted save file, maybe crate practice, or maybe post crate practice actually. I'll bet the first file is Emmy Warp practice, and this one is just post Emmy Warp practice. Alright, so I need to get, well, I guess any majors. You know what? I should have loaded that other file I had to get skew, and then I could take a shortcut to Speed Booster just to kind of speed up the practice file a bit. So anyway, I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of I guess this counts as practice too. Oh my god, aim down! This counts as practice too. It's gonna be non-timed practice. I'm gonna test out two things. Well, in fact, three things. There are two clips. One of them is fine because I got a checkpoint right before it, but the other clip doesn't have any checkpoints for like 2 minutes, so I really would like to figure out a good, safe, consistent way to do it. Try all the things. It's not gonna be anything too fancy, it's just more clips. But it's important that I get this right. I'm gonna go get me some dinner after this. So in Hondo, I would actually be collecting that E part. Right now, for the sake of just going straight to what I want to practice, I'm gonna skip as much as I can. Dude, what? Huh? That was weird. I think I was doing the inputs correctly, but I wasn't? What? Why is the rebind so awkward? Okay, got that. I gotta try something next time I do that pseudo. I can just push myself back by pressing free aim on the wall. Then it gives me a short window to actually input the slide though, but as it is, I tend to just morph a lot. Oh. Nice way to collect that missile tank. So in order to be able to test if Plasma Beam gives me a checkpoint, I still have to go and collect Wave Beam. But I won't be doing the cold run. Not with these E-tanks. Not with one E-tank, anyway. Damn it. Oh, I went down too fast before I had flash shift up. That's why I usually do a little break up there. Mother of God! Bro, like, holy shit, these flash shifts all just bonking on ledges. That's so frustrating. I spent like half of my run doing flash shifts like that. Why can I never get a decent flash shift here? Maybe I should just flash shift and buffer a melee there. I think it's just like the perfect height somehow messes with the corner, like all of my other flash shifts. I need to account for that, I guess. But I would like to know how exactly to just, you know, flash shift straight to the missile tank. Alright, what abilities don't I need for the things I'm gonna do next? I don't strictly need screw attack. Oh please, not the jump. Oh, I get it. That turnaround in midair for the shine spark loses spark. Loses skew, rather. Wait, let me try that again with skew. That's skew, totally fine. Oh, that loses skew. Okay. Well, that's a different story. Then I can't just do this anywhere. My idea was to use that for one of the clips. I can still use it for the one at Quiet Robe, if it works. Not Quiet Robe, at Galvin. I can still use it, but I can't use it at Wave Beam. What? I guess I went sideways before my first pause. Somehow. So, two things I have to try. I only need... Right now I only need to go get Wave Beam. I'm gonna skip Storms. Don't need that. And after Wave, I'll be ready to test out the Plasma Beam thing. Oh, what am I doing? It's not an actual run, I can just... Oh, wait. Wait, shouldn't I be able to go through this door? What the hell? Oh yeah, no, I'm stupid, of course not. Damn it. I don't have weight. Of course not. That's how it should be. So the rough part about this is that everything just takes a lot of time. You know, I really need to set up those practice files. One of the files is immediately after RBX, and the other would be immediately after Emmy Warp, which there's not really much I need to practice in the early game, but having this endgame file would be nice. Because then I could just practice off of my backup save files for the marathon. Same deal. Oh no. You know what, this kind of works out. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say works out because I'm gonna try to wall clip the wall that was close to there. Would have given me a nice checkpoint, but I choked it. Seriously? Again? So 1 week from now, I'm gonna be getting my Switch 2. I'm gonna finally learn how to do raking with the Switch 2 Procon. I can finally have a remap that makes sense for raking, or makes sense to me. Alright, so one of the things I want to try is just nothing much. Buffering this to make sure I don't die. I will probably do that in the run. Alright, that's easy and nice. So now I need to go to Gavrin. I think I'll just take the most direct path. Oh. So next up we're gonna try out the plasma beam thing. It would be really nice if I could get a checkpoint there. Very cool. Less than 7.5 power bombs, I guess I didn't expect much. Oh yeah, well, I was having some trouble with this before. Oh my god! Okay, so I want to try to more or less follow the route that I traveled before, but I don't have any power bombs. I do want to try to do the route as close as possible to what I do in the run, so I'm gonna have to just reverse that tunnel section. Kind of boring, yeah. So I know that I can set a checkpoint by the boss if I kill it, even if I kill it in reverse. I did that the other day. Not supposed to do that, but I guess I was kind of mixing up with old bosses. Killing the boss here is like the only possible checkpoint I have right now. This sink is kind of dangerous. Yeah, I grappled too late, but that's just a big mistake. I unpaused because I thought I was not going down. Oh well. So yeah, if I really wanted to, I could set up a checkpoint there, because having to redo that section all over again it kind of sucks. I don't have any other option right now because I need to try something. I could also try to do a map lag if I think things are gonna go bad. Should have thought of that sooner. Okay. It's done. Well, I should probably try to take the route as much as possible. The same as 100%. This is a thing that can happen. It's totally possible to get in the cage by accident. It's only a problem if I somehow lose skew. If I don't lose skew, it's fine. Alright, so here's what I wanted to test. Plasma beam acquired. We acquired it and there should be no cutscene or tutorial, we just get back to the game. That's it. Alright, if this gives me a checkpoint, I think I might do it in the run. It does, okay. That's good. There's another thing I could possibly do here. Alright, I can open the door in advance just to make it safe and less sweaty to spark through. Okay, so now we know Plasma Beam still gives the checkpoint even if you already have Wave Beam. You get to skip the cutscene, but you do still get the checkpoint. At that point it's nice. There was one time where I choked a run by dying on that last clip before leaving a run, and that cost me several minutes. I can't afford to lose several minutes during the marathon. When I'm probably already gonna lose minutes due to RNG, I need to cut my losses wherever I can. Oh, I'm nearly too late. This is what happens when it takes too long to set up. You either first try this clip, or you wait it out and just kill that enemy before you attempt it. Or you actually time your melee correctly. You're not pushed out of place. I actually need those pickups. So I could save at supers. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try a few things here. I can always just sink down. It's okay. So this is the last thing I want to try for today. The problem with this clip here is that anytime you go in the air and push into the wall, you just grab the magnet, unskew and unclip. So I need to try a few things. If I'm really deep in the wall, I still grab. Okay, so I was very deep in the wall and I still grab the magnet. I'm not clipped, am I? Okay, that actually is gonna work. That actually is gonna work. If I didn't grab the magnet with that, it should be okay. I need to try again, but I lost skew, so I'm gonna have to get skew again, or I can't leave this room. Okay, got skew again. Let's try to do this again. I wonder why Samus doesn't grab the magnet in that position. I wonder why that worked. Actually, maybe I don't have to even lose skew to do that. I'm gonna try stuff. Whoa! What? That was weird. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get supers because that's gonna be a little faster to retry. If I die, I'll be right here. I don't have to go through that other room again. In the marathon, I could also grab super missile just to ensure that if I die there, I can checkpoint closer. But the thing I'm gonna test is just precisely so I don't have to do that. So. Okay, I'm through. Do I still have skew? I do still have skew. So I don't even have to aim back, I just have to aim forward and spark. Like, okay, that works. Okay, so now I have a way to do this clip. I don't even have to lose skew, but I will lose skew after I do it. Because it benefits movement. And so now I have a safe way to do this for the marathon. I can ensure I won't die, which is all I wanted. Perfect. And I still have skew if I wanted to do something. Alright folks, that is going to be it for today. Thank you for hanging out and watching the stream. Appreciate you all being here. I'll probably be back sometime in the week to do more runs. I have to set up OBS for the event. And I'll have to set up my practice file, so that's probably what I'm gonna do next time. Probably just gonna set up those backup files. Alright, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye!